There we go. Sign into chat. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Anybody see us live online? Are we making sound?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep.
Can we use live online? Are we making sound?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, we're making sound. We're good. Yep.
Okay. Can we use live online? Are we making sound? We still look weird, but that's just us.
Yeah,
looks a little bit brighter.
Yeah, we're making sound. We're good. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I'm still look weird, but that's
pretty much translucent anyway. It's fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're our favorite moon-faced friend here, so not quite moon-faced. I wouldn't say you're fat or anything.
Thanks.
I shouldn't be. Yeah. Anyway, right on. Okay, so welcome back to Beer Dorks Untitled. We are live with just a basic bitch hangout this week because I couldn't think of anything better to do and didn't really feel like buying any more beer this week. Speaking of which, what's everybody drinking tonight?
Who first?
Well, Carrie's got a lake effect. Is this your new haze, Mama?
I'm fine. Splitting them up. Save AVB, same price. Both delicious.
Nice.
This one's currently out in the LCBO's like display area, so not in the fridge. So out in the. I honestly feel like this might be losing a bit of its deliciousness already, but
losing its edge. And I mean the guitarist for you too.
Yeah, because that's where my brain was going.
Yeah.
Never know.
Jesus Christ.
It could be a big fan of Bono.
I think of Edge the wrestler before I think of that guitar guy.
I just think of edging.
Well, you know,
far superior to both those other things.
Not wrong.
Being edgy. We're also edgy.
Edgelord.
That's right. I'm glad your parents are dead.
Jesus.
That's
we
just
had a dead dad shame Carrie here.
I wasn't talking about Carrie. I was just saying in general to anyone out there who has dead parents.
Speaking of which, hi Greg.
I only have one dead parent.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Jesus.
Oh fuck. All right, so Carrie is drinking a Lake Effect IPA. What are you drinking, Lee?
I am. I picked up the Saint Amboise variety pack, so I'm drinking a couple of the. They're red.
Ooh, fancy.
The Rousse.
Rousse.
The Rousse. Yeah.
French for red. I mean, not that you need to be told it was French. Greg is back.
Maybe you didn't. Yes, Nick, I've got a delicious Dasani water.
Dasani and vodka, nice.
I should have Dasani and vodka, but before the Dasani and vodka comes out, I'm going to have this guy. It's
what?
Udon Aerolus. It's just a shelf turd at the LCBO. I thought I'd pick it up first. No, it's a big bottle. $12, 11%. It's not too bad.
Wow, that's a pretty good price for something like that. What was it? A $7.50?
May have been $13. Yeah, it is. I believe it's a $7.50. Yeah, $7.50.
Holy crap! That's
awesome. got a cork on it, so you know it's fancy. So there we go. I don't
know if I've ever had a Golden Carolus or not. I think I might have had like the basic one years ago.
Yeah, I mean it's something I think they bring it every year to the LCB in the wintertime. So I just saw a few on the shelf. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but that sounds actually kind of fancy. It kind of makes me wish that NB Liquor would bring in something fancy. So, what qualifies for fancy in my book? I've been sitting on this from the summer. One of my friends in the camera club gave me this can because he brought back a case and was drinking them at the camping trip. So I've been holding on to this since August. It's probably canned in June. So it's Osthaus Barn Raiser. I'd been saving it for a BA 101, but nobody else can get it right now because it's out of season, I think. So, fuck it, I'm drinking it.
Yeah, been it for a while.
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, and he also gave me a glass because he went back up to Ontario and brought that back for me. I'm very thankful for that, but I don't know why.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
wow! I
not
can buy
nearly
the
as
Black
fancy
Ops
as
6 Vault
Golden
Edition.
Perilous. Good, but what?
I don't know. Some advertisement just came up telling me I could buy Black Ops 6, the Vault Edition, whatever that is.
Hmm.
I will not be buying it, but thank you for the offer.
Here, Mel, Carrie might buy it.
Thanks for looking out for us, Steam or whatever.
I think it is. I think it was Steam actually.
Well, you know, it's getting that time of year where you're going to start seeing some awesome Steam sales, right? Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, they just had. I mean, they still have a Steam sale going on. I think till the end of today, and then, the Black Friday. They'll have another one for the holidays.
Yeah.
So
See if they put any big games on like 50% off or something like that. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah. I've been wanting to pick up the Red Dead port, but I don't really feel like paying the $70 for it. It is brand new, so.
Red Dead.
Yeah, there's no way I'm paying. No way I paid $70 for a game I played 8,000 times on fucking Xbox.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if you give it some time, they're going to do, like, apparently they've already got cool mods that give it better shaders and make it look more like Red Dead 2, so I figure in a few months you'll be able to play Red Dead 1 that looks like Red Dead 2, so that'll be cool.
I wonder if they're doing anything online for that one.
No, there's no online whatsoever, and some people are not happy. Some people are not happy about it. Personally,
I mean, the original online is far inferior to what Red Dead 2's online was. So.
Yeah, but apparently there's actually still a community of people that play it on Xbox, and I don't know if it's on PlayStation or not. So that's why I guess people are pissed off about that. But so yeah, I mean, I figure at this point you probably might want to move on to either GTA 5 or Red Dead 2.
It's time to grow up, kids.
Yeah.
You get out of those servers that fans have created that are just full of fucking people fucking.
Well, I remember there was a thing. I mean, you got these crazy fans. I think when they were closing down the Halo 2 servers, theoretically they could have pulled the plug on them, but their whole idea was, okay, as people log off, you're just never going to be able to log on again. And there was like six people that refused to log off. And like Bungie, rather than actually kick them off, were just like, no, we're gonna let you keep playing until you guys leave, and eventually they started either lost their connection or something and got kicked out, and eventually it's like they played for something like a week straight or something before they actually all left. It's like, oh, guys, relax.
Yeah.
It's Halo 2. Play Halo 3 or Halo 4 or whatever Halo you want to play.
I remember getting the original Red Dead and just the. Actually, it's funny. Like I always end up buying games late, so in their life. So like with Red Dead, pretty late in its life on the console, and like the servers were just like flooded with fucking cheaters and hackers and shit. There was no mods at all anymore. They had just like totally abandoned it for the most part, and so that died a pretty swift death. And then when Lady Lee and I got Red Dead 2 and started playing that for like a year, we were kind of playing that in its death throes too. I mean, it's still got a fairly sizable community, I guess, online, but like the online is functionally dead, just because it's like they haven't done anything like really new or interesting with it in like a year or so. So it's just it's just there to rake money from people now. It's all.
Yeah. I mean, plus their golden child is GTA 5 anyway for multiplayer. Like the Red Dead 2, I'm sure makes some money, but it's probably a small percentage of what GTA 5 does and what GTA 6 will pull in once that game comes out. So this might come as a complete shock to you, but I've gone through all of Red Dead 2 twice, including once I 100%ed it. Never even logged into the multiplayer.
Yeah, I know you're not a big multiplayer.
I just have no interest in some kid shooting me from across the screen, teabagging me, and calling me the N-word.
Yeah.
There's
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Plus, in order to get yourself up to the skill level required, you got to basically be a 15-year-old kid with nothing to do to play that game every single day after school,
I used to be pretty good at multiplayer games when I was also a 15-year-old kid and had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Multiplayer
When Lee and
games
I-
when I was a teenager was like Mario Kart and Street Fighter for Super Nintendo, man.
Oh, yeah.
When Lee and I played Red Dead, it wasn't that bad. There were, I think maybe we ran into hackers like once or twice. Honestly, sometimes we run into like good hackers, like ones who were just like so bored that they were just moving around the lobbies and like giving people like fancy guns and upgrades and stuff, like just out of nowhere. They were just like, "Here you go." Okay.
I had a buddy of mine invite me into his that played GTA 5 online with him, and went to his like house, whatever, in the place, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden he just starts gifting me like millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I guess he was cheating or something like that. And later on during our session, he got booted out and banned for cheating. But because I didn't do anything, my account's still there with like I have like this huge yacht and all these cars and this fucking huge it's like he gave me like almost $1 billion. It was fucking outrageous.
It's not like real life where they you get in trouble for having the stolen merchandise.
Yeah. And then you have to Epstein yourself in a jail cell.
Yeah.
Greg didn't hang himself.
He totally killed himself.
Yeah, it just makes total sense how that could happen.
And it's totally funny how the cameras. Oh, sorry, I'm playing with my log right now.
Oh.
Yes.
It's funny how there's a lot less scrutiny about an obvious like murder cover up when it comes to like like one of the worst scumbags in the world being murdered.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like people are like, well, it's like it's like that old Seinfeld reference. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's like if Putin got assassinated tomorrow. It's like, is anyone going to look too deep into it? No.
It's just like that scene from Hot Fuzz with Nick Frost, and he's going, shame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? There's some people, everyone likes to tell, our justice system is not that way. It shouldn't be eye for an eye. Ah, bullshit. Some people are pieces of shit. They're better off dead. Like,
I ain't gonna shed a tear if Jizwell Max Lane ends up hung in a cell as well.
I thought you were going to say Jizwell Star Wax Wayne.
Jizwell Star. Oh, is that your future wife, Jizwell Star?
No. God, no.
That'd be Jiz Covered Star.
Oh. I mean, look at the bright side. At least if she's fucking Nick, she's at least Nick's of age, so that's a good thing. She's making improvements in her life.
I don't know if she did the fucking so much as she did the organizing.
I think she participated as well from what I've heard is from the special.
Probably.
Yeah. She was into ladies too, I believe, so.
Jeez.
Or I guess girls in this case.
Never looked into that far.
Well, watch if you just want like a quick overview of it, that is pretty well. There's 2 specials on Netflix. One's about Epstein, the other one's about Ghislaine, and they're both pretty good. They kind of take you through the whole thing and more or less give you an overview. That's where I get my information from, is Netflix.
They were awful people, the end.
They were.
But Jeffrey Epstein went back to his home planet and died on the way. That should have been the official cause of death. Died going back to his own planet.
Death by Poochie.
Just have like the scene of him in a prison, just lift up out of
Puts his cool sunglasses on.
My planet needs me. Goodbye.
I'm going back to Estonia.
Put the cool sunglasses on.
Oh, Nick's got some fucking like Elvis shades.
They're Moosehead Rattler sunglasses that Scott gave me there.
Nothing cooler than having the Moosehead Rattler logo on the sunglasses.
It's that Moosehead swag that hey look, I can see myself.
Those would be cool sunglasses if they didn't say Moosehead Rattler on them.
Yeah, but they're free, so the
I
price
didn't
is
say
right.
Rattler. Why does it have to be so specific of Radler?
Yeah.
I imagine you could probably scrape that off anyway if you really
You
wanted
could.
to.
I probably can. Get rid of the moosehead route. No, it's actually like, what do you call it? Like silk screened on. I don't know if you see.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Camera's too smart. Oh, it's dumb fucking camera. There we go. Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
an IT guy.
oh, what do you call it? That process where they put like labels on bottles, but it's
It's like etched in or something.
yeah, it's not etched, but you know what it is.
Oh, whatever. I'll
Fuck,
take
I
your
can't
word
think.
for it.
I can't think of the word right now. Speaking of, can't think of anything to say. If anybody's
Are we-
watching,
are we live?
we are actually live. There's 4 viewers.
Oh, wow.
If you're watching, let us know
We're
what you're
gonna have to
drinking. Ask questions. We're here to answer, or otherwise just simply shoot the shit. No.
And they don't have to
real
be questions
topic
about
tonight.
beer. Just ask us
Yeah,
life
you can
questions.
talk about movies, cars, whatever, bikes.
Give us your thoughts on
Games?
Egon Chalakian. Is he real or is he fake?
Who?
Egon Chalakian.
Or tell us,
Who the
or
fuck
if
is
you
that?
ever been to Epstein's Island, let us know what it's like.
Or let us know about Egon Chalakian.
And has he ever been to Epstein's Island?
Has Egon Chalakian behind Epstein's Island? Let us know.
Or in front of it, or underneath it.
Mm,
Yeah. Where is, relative to Epstein's Island, where is he?
yeah.
Dead.
No, it's just
Some new variant of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego.
yeah. So there's this guy who may or may not be real called Egon Chalakian, and purportedly he's like some sort of like high-ranking government guy that's like specializes in like big-brained like world government planning shit. But there seems to be some evidence contrary to that maybe he's not real, that maybe he's an AI creation that's been propagated throughout the internet. So much so that photos of him have popped up on NASA's website, but the photos look weird because they have people from other photos that have obviously been photoshopped into the fucking photo of him. And there's speculation now online that he's not a real person, that he's like some sort of AI construct that the government is testing to see if they can fool the populace with it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That's basically what Trump is, isn't it? Like, Trump's probably been dead for 25 years.
It's
It is kinda creepy, though.
Turns out Jeffrey Epstein is actually just puppeteering Trump from inside his husk of a corpse.
Yeah,
It is kind of creepy though, because people like known streamers have talked about this Egon Chalakian guy like live while they were streaming, and then all of a sudden they'd get like a flood of bots in watching their stream, and obvious like AI controlled bots.
Oh,
watching their
well,
stream.
wow, I might.
Well, wouldn't it be crazy if
I might
I might
get,
even
Wouldn't it be crazy if-
I might get
I'm gonna use-
monetized if that happens. You know,
I was gonna say I might have to drop his name next time I do a live stream. See what happens.
Yeah, those
Egon.
should be
Let's
working
say,
here.
drop the name Egon Spengler. What was his name?
Egon Chalakian.
Who are you gonna call Ghostbusters?
The name alone sounds like I'm sure
Sounds
that
weird,
there's,
right?
there's a lot of names I've never heard or whatever, but like Chalakian.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a fucking I don't know
Schlakian,
some kind of
like Kevorkian.
alien race from Star Trek or something.
But if you look him up,
Oh
he's
god, the
apparently
Chalakian are coming.
he's
It was
apparently a real
probably
person. Like,
Kevorkian. It was probably come up by some euthanasia.
You were
Like,
making some weird connections, Nick.
yeah.
Oh god, you remember Dr. Kevorkian, the assisted suicide doctor?
Yes, yes.
remember him.
Yeah.
Nat-
Now do you get the
a
euthanasia?
national hero. Yeah, a national
Ah.
hero.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you're really sick and you don't have good quality of life, why is it different than putting your pet down? I mean, it still sucks, but it's peace.
Most
Well,
humane
I
thing to
mean-
do.
The way a lot of people go, it's not pleasant. It's not in your sleep. It's people that are riddled with
God.
cancer and
You're
stuff.
suffering to
they're-
death, basically. If,
Dementia is one of the worst fucking things that can happen to someone, man.
Mhm.
Like you're watching someone that you thought was
I would say dying of
What-
cancer would be worse, because at least with dementia or Alzheimer's, you forget who you are. So
No,
Demen-
okay, from your
dementia
point of
is-
view, from you, but I'm just saying, like for everyone.
I mean, it'd be
to see
terrifying
you-
to lose your mind.
That's the thing is,
right?
Watching my grandpa,
bad.
Nick, even
Dementia is
Greg's
bad
dad.
for your family, but
Yeah.
Or
for
having
the
my,
person who
my
has
grandfather
dementia,
dying of Parkinson's.
my
I
dad
remember
didn't
him
know.
dying.
Well, at the same time, I feel like the person that has dementia is probably going to get frustrated pretty often,
Yeah.
and shit like that can happen like that. So it's not going to be easy and just like, oh, I'm reverting to a kid and blah blah. No, it's fucking, it's crazy.
It
Like,
depends how it is, right? I mean, different
Yeah,
people have it.
yeah.
My dad
Well,
basically just reverted to a
You gotta
kid.
look at
Same
like
thing as
Parkinson's.
cancer. You could have.
I feel like
super
Parkinson's is
aggressive
kind of
cancer, you
worse
could have-
because your mind's still there, but your motor skills are completely disintegrated. You can't pick up.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You're
That-
shaking
yeah.
all the time. My
don't know.
grandfather was like confined to a wheelchair, but he was still there in his mind. He just couldn't talk or act right.
Have you seen the new stuff that they've developed for Parkinson's patients and stuff? Like, there's some new. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what.
now.
And well, that's what I'm saying.
Thanks
like,
to Michael J. Fox and all that.
Well, I
He-
heard he's going to make a comeback. He's really going to be shaking things up in Hollywood soon.
Jesus Christ!
Wah, 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 wah.
He actually did a season of a show where it was like him kind of playing a fictionalized version of himself, and the Parkinson, like I don't like they've got to be giving him something, but like he's had it for so long, and the fact that he's still kicking
Mhm.
is honestly kind of amazing. But again, like the video I saw was some guy that had like fucking pretty severe shakes and stuff, and he I can't remember if it was a pill he took or I can't remember, but he did something, and it was like night and day. He was basically back
It's like
to
that
normal.
movie Awakenings with Robert De Niro.
Robin
and-
Williams.
Was it Dustin Hoffman?
It was Robin Williams, wasn't it?
No, not the movie you speak of.
Chet.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Patch Adams.
Yeah, that Patch Adams is the one with Robin Williams.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Awakenings was
wholesome,
good.
based on a true story.
'Cause I think it was Robert De Niro was confined to a wheelchair and. No, it is Robin Williams.
Is it?
Dustin Hoffman was in Rain Man. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
no, that's a whole
Awakenings
different-
was good. Yeah, like that was like one of those Oscar contenders winners.
Oscar contenders winners.
Or not, that's
Oscar
winners,
contenders
slip of the
winners.
tongue. Yeah, Oscar contenders winners. Oh god. All right, so yeah, it's the whole thought. Was it? I think there was like. What was the whole concept? It was like some kind of encephalitis lethargia, and they found some medication that revived them temporarily. They were practically normal. Using the drug levodopa, which is now a Parkinson's drug, which ended up, even though the test was unsuccessful at the time, it led to a lot of research into like Parkinson's patients. So it was pretty cool, groundbreaking.
You know, when Nick talks about this stuff with the sunglasses on, he makes it sound so cool.
Yeah, it's always cool with a pair of sunglasses. It's like, wait,
I feel like
my
Nick,
home planet needs me.
I feel like Nick should be playing topless volleyball on a beach before he gets into a jet plane.
Yeah.
I just wait.
Everybody's got that image in their head now.
Gary's trying to figure out if he's getting a boner or not.
It's confusing.
People who are watching, let us know
enjoy
you're
it.
watching.
Enjoy the
Put
man
a
boobs while
comment.
I still have them.
Wow.
You never really had that much of a man boob thing going on. Like,
Wow,
we've
man-
done
Wait a
hangouts where
man
we've been
boob
shirtless.
shaming.
I feel like I've got more man boob than you do. I think.
Wow.
I think Greg's got the most man boob of all of us, even though he's
Probably.
He's probably well, Carrie's the skinniest, but
Dan's the only one who was always like completely adamant that he would not take off. I feel like Dan might have some like throw them over your shoulder, hold those things.
I think Dan's taken off his shirt on some late night hangouts before.
Not when I've been around. He's always like we've all like all four of us
Because maybe he's worried you'll make fun of his over-the-shoulder man boobs.
Over-shoulder boulder holder.
Wow.
Throw them over his shoulder like a continental soldier.
Do your balls hang low? Can you swing them to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your balls hang low? Can you swing them to and fro?
Speaking of which, haven't we?
Usually, just do your balls hang low. I've never heard the ending you just gave right there.
I don't know where I heard that. But I've been saying that since I was a kid.
Yeah,
I heard it somewhere.
Dan was supposed to be here. Well, he said he might be here.
He said he might. Well, this is Dan we're talking about. He said he'll show up late.
Yeah, so
it's
usually that means like
post for attention thing he does in the chat.
Okay, whatever, Nick. Just like your passive aggressive shots at him.
I'm just trying to troll him like Gary does. Like, so easy.
I've been fucking.
I've done actually with
yeah.
He's been really nice.
Talk anymore.
Carrie and Dan are at each other's throats, but with
Carrie
kids'
and
gloves.
Dan sitting on the tree, drinking BER.
Yeah. I was pretty proud of myself earlier today when I fixed my mom's microwave. It's pretty cool.
Ooh. So
got home from being out, and it's like the door wouldn't close.
Oh. Okay.
So she's like, I called the appliance people. They'll be here tomorrow, but it's going to cost them $140.
Fuck that!
Just to
you
show
could buy
up.
a brand new microwave for that.
No, the one we have, the over the fucking thing, that it's about $500 for a new one. Like that fucking good. But anyway, it's like it's a built-in. Like just buy a cheap microwave that goes. Yeah, those can be super cheap, but these like the Samsung fucking. But so I went on YouTube. Well, first my mom tells me that, and I'm like, YouTube exists, right? And she's like, well, go check it out. So I go downstairs and fucking fire it. The first video I watched, the guy's like, you need a fucking putty knife and a drill with a very, very small bit. And you fucking open the door, and there's two latch things, and if you grab them and they're not springing back in place, they're really loose, then it's obvious that that's what's wrong. Yeah. So I opened it up, and on the video, there's one piece of plastic that runs kind of in this track in the door with these two pieces with hooks on them that move up and down. And in the video he showed, the piece on that piece, the little hook where the spring goes had snapped off. And he's like, just drill a new tiny hole right there and put the spring back through, and you're good to go. Yeah, on my mom's, it broke off at the other side. So like in this weird fucking tiny little track, there's this like little piece of plastic sitting there with a hole in it that the spring hooks into, and that attaches to the up and down piece, and that snapped off. So I used my plastic welder that I bought for fixing our recycling bins, and put the piece back where it was, and put a piece of plastic on the bottom, the metal welding piece on the bottom and on the top, and fucking hook the spring back in, close right back up. I was very proud of myself. It was annoying as hell, because everything's black and plastic, and it's like all shadowy.
How tight was the spring? Like is it really taut, or is it just so it moves up and down?
Oh no, it's tight. Like I had to hook it back onto the bottom. What kind of
stress it's being put on? Because I'm wondering if that plastic weld's going to hold. Never know.
The plastic welds I did for the recycling bins a while ago, I could drop them and they're still going. Like it's.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, you just open it up again and do the. Anyway, so it's not a big deal.
I just do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it like how the plastic welder works, right? It's a little. Looks like a soldering gun almost. It's got two little prongs.
It just melts the plastic. I've seen them use it.
No. It puts a piece of metal into the plastic. Like there's two little prongs,
fancy.
And you put whatever piece you want. There's like a bunch of different designs and stuff for different angles and shit. You put that into the two pieces, and when you pull the trigger, that becomes red hot, and you use that to go into the plastic, and then release the trigger, cools down, pull it out, and then that plastic is now reinforced with a piece of metal. So it should last for a bit. And again, if it breaks again, I can probably fix it again. Trying to show us your date right now or something?
Yeah. Born and raised June 24th. June 11th, 24.
That is a fresh beer right there.
Well, I said I got it in August. It was brought back for me. Well, technically speaking, it wasn't brought back for me. The guy brought a 12-pack of cans of it and gave me one. So, and then next trip he went to Ontario, he got me this awesome glass. So,
My beer was brewed 1 month ago. Minus 1 day.
fancy. I drank all the freshest beer in my fridge because I haven't been to the liquor store. I think the last place I went was a couple weeks ago where I bought a bunch of Trailways. I've just been cleaning out beers in the fridge. Oh, we were talking about what to do for beer next week, and we figured that do some Christmas beers, maybe do 2 weeks of themed Christmas beers.
I got an interesting Christmassy barley wine.
Well, there you go. Bring that. I'm gonna go down to the liquor store probably this weekend and see what's left. My luck is starting to clear out. I'll have to change the rules.
Like there's the one LCBO here has got fucking
envy liquor.
So many Christmas gift packs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of the LCBO, to be honest.
Doesn't Innocent Gun stuff usually show up there? There's a 2-pack of that that's...
I'm going to take a look to see if we got it. We usually do, but last I checked, they didn't. So...
I do not need another Innocent Gun glass, but I'll bite the bullet and buy.
I gave those at one point.
Yeah. I think I still have one Innocent Gun glass, but I gave my last fancy one away. We got... Vanishing Point 8. Fancy. Yeah, I don't have any of the gift packs. There's Isla Whiskey Cask. Lafroig 2 bottles. 1748 for 2 bottles. Fuck that. It's good, but I mean, I've had it.
Maybe you've been seeing pictures of how much Bourbon County like the stout, the Goose Island stout, has been made this year, and it's fucking everywhere except in Canada.
Yeah, there's supposedly there is going to be the LCBO at some point this year.
Oh yeah,
but it's on the LCBO page, but nobody actually knows when it's actually being dropped because in the past it's been dropped on Black Friday.
I do got to mention to the one LCBO where I go, the beer guy has recently changed. And he's doing good, but I had mentioned the other guy. If you see anything bourbon barrel aged imperial stout, get some. I got to mention that to the new guy. I haven't seen even fucking any of the bastard beers in at least a year or two at this point.
Well,
I feel
the bastards.
I think they skipped last year, but I think that there is the Kentucky available now. It's called Kentucky. It's available this year. I haven't actually seen it at the LCBO yet, but I'm sure it should be around.
Well, there it is. Gahan released a cherry-picked chocolate stout. So like a Black Forest cake stout.
Yeah.
It's $4.98 a can. Oh, shit. It's running out of stock. I really wanted to try that, too. I'm going to have to go get some at Somerset Street.
Any Black Forest cake stout I've ever had has just been, way too sickly sweet. I find it's not a overall style I'm a fan of.
Really, that's cheap. Trailway, and I've had this one before, but the Italian stout, which is like their Trailway, tastes like Ferrero Rocher's hazelnut chocolate imperial stout, 9.5 this year. I thought it was less than that last year. That might be worth picking up, actually. I might have to get one. 9.5. I'm surprised. Usually, when I see an imperial stout from New Brunswick or the Maritimes, even that it's just a shitty 8% thing. What was the percentage of this year's Revolution there, Lee?
8%.
It was an awesome 8%, though.
But Carrie is right. Bourbon County is such a ridiculous shelf turd in the U.S. They have bottles kicking around on shelves for probably a month before they all sell out, and they bring Indian Canada.
The one post I saw, it was in a grocery store or something, and it was the full-on end SKU, whatever you want to call it, the end of the aisle thing. Every shelf, probably 5 or 6 shelves, just completely fully stocked, like just so much of it. It was fucking crazy. And I'm assuming that's been in like not just that one place where that one picture was taken, other places too. Like just
Care, if you ever go to Michigan or Buffalo, you just go to some fucking like hole in the wall liquor store and you'd just be blown away by how much variety they have, and none of that shit makes its way to the LCBO.
well, it's like,
Because the LCBO wants to fucking sell
Just
seltzers
a
to Chris Lee's.
grocery store across the border is fucking bananas when it comes to
like,
selection.
even going from here to that fucking what Brewha place that he took me to.
In Quebec, yeah.
Like that makes every other beer place I've ever been look like
Grocery
garbage.
stores in the States look like brouhaha. Just put it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've heard. Yeah, like brouhaha is probably closer, but well, how close is
Halifax has got like Bishop Cellar and
that was
I don't even think
Harvest
Bishop
Wine.
Cellar, Harvest Wine. Yeah, I think
it was basically Ottawa, right? Wasn't it
Harvest Wine's, and there's also
Gatineau?
Rockhead. I think Rockhead's still around, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't even know.
They're the ones that used to be called Premier.
Gatineau is
I'd have to look, but I think Bishop Cellar
about 4 hours.
doesn't have as much beer anymore, if I recall correctly.
I could potentially get to Brouhaha in about 4 hours.
Yeah,
There you
Rockhead's still around.
A lot closer than going across the border, but yeah, it's at some point if I do go to the States, that is something I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for.
So
There's random
I can get
cool
Tire
places with me.
Tire Shack. Ooh, that's already all gone. You piece of shit.
Damn
Fucking
it,
hate this. Damn it. Gosh.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people that want to get rid of the LCBO completely, and I understand. I do wish there was more of a privatization, and the people could open their own private liquor stores and not have to go through the LCBO. That being said, it's hard to beat the LCBO for like, oh, this beer is available. Okay, let's just see all the stores in my area that have it. Okay, great. It's easy to get to, as opposed to having to go to some liquor store and just hope they have some beer that you're interested in.
Tire Shack Candy Cane Stout, which is like one of the beers I was thinking of. There's only like 3 left in the St. John area. 2 at one store, 1 in another. Oh, 4. Sorry, there's like 2 with 1 can left. That's probably not even there.
So I think the Rockhead place, they only deliver with like in the Halifax, Dartmouth area.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're just looking. Like, I'm just thinking of like the last time I visited Halifax, they had 3 of them. The 3 beer shops like that. Plus the breweries, of course.
Hell, I don't even know what Bishop Cellar and Harvest Wine's delivery would be right now. They must be going through a courier, I imagine, because I know one of them...
Is it more expensive, or does it say on their site, or is it... It's
I
kind
don't
of
know,
hard on them.
but because, you know, with the mail strike right now. Or whatever,
Yeah.
so.
The Canada Post strike is apparently doing like serious harm to a bunch of small businesses and stuff. Sadly,
Yes.
I mean that's the reason you strike. I mean that's kind of the point of it. You hurt the economy to the until they fucking listen to you.
this is true. Still kind of sad for all the small businesses that are suffering when they just want to be able to ship their shit out and they can't. You know?
It also comes down to like how disconnected both sides kind of are.
Yeah.
To a point, it's just...
It's almost like governments and politicians have stopped really caring about people and all they care about themselves.
I heard a thing on the radio, and again, I didn't fact check this, but I don't know, the guy on the radio sounded like he knew what he was talking about, and he was just saying, like, you know, the big problem with Canada Post, why it's just pissing away money, is that, you know, you got Canada Post, and approximately for a truck to operate with Canada Post, now by truck I mean the cost of the driver, the cost of the truck, the maintenance, the insurance, all that bullshit. It costs about $65 an hour. UPS, FedEx, Pure Later, all those guys who, you know, generally their stuff's more expensive. It's more expensive to ship to them than it is Canada Post. Approximately all that same stuff costs them about $45 an hour. Then you got the new crew, you know, your Amazons, your Intellicom, your Dragonfly, whatever fucking small courier service it is. They run for about $25 an hour, mainly because literally they pay the driver $25 an hour, and the driver has to pay all his own shit. Yeah, insurance.
They use their own vehicle. And have you ever seen them? Sorry, I was just thinking to finish my thought here.
Dragonfly doesn't use their own vehicle. Like
Yeah, they
Some
may
do.
not. They may not. I don't know.
they got a fleet of like electric.
Well, yeah, they
vans.
do have a
They're
fleet
not
of their
ready.
own, like some own branded vehicles, but I mean, at the same time, I've seen Amazon delivery drivers representing Intelcom just drive around in their own personal vehicles. Like one guy stopped at the shop here a couple of days ago. Was in his Honda Accord, and he had the front seat, the back seat, and the trunk all full of parcels.
We get so that's
and he was just delivering it with his own fucking vehicle.
When we get Amazon deliveries, when we get Amazon deliveries, say like normal times 9 to 5, they'll show up usually in a discount rental van because they'll just rent the van for the day and do their deliveries. If after hours when they do like their late night deliveries, it'll just be some dude in a Honda Civic or a minivan or something.
I don't think the late night deliveries isn't a thing here.
Oh, they do deliveries 24 hours a day. Like you can schedule a delivery at like 4 in the morning on Amazon here.
Really? That's fucking
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, no, it's Amazon.
Crazy.
But like,
Yeah, 'cause it's like 2 days here.
Go back to the cost per shit and shit. Like I've seen like FedEx apparently. FedEx pays their employees pretty well. How are they so much cheaper than like?
I don't know. Like I told you, I didn't fact check this. That's just that's what I've been told is that apparently they or that's what I heard is that apparently it's just less operating costs. I guess somehow I don't know. But I mean again, Canada Post employees are all unionized, so maybe they make more money.
They're not all unionized. Like I guess some of the employees that work at the stores or something like that aren't part of the union.
One of the
so they're still
guys
working.
that was one of the guys that was recently hired on as a maintenance guy for the city. He's also working for Canada Post, and I guess he wasn't able to balance both jobs, so we ended up leaving the arenas and going back to Canada Post. So
we had a guard we had to fire because he couldn't balance his Canada Post job with.
Jimmy C is in the chat saying, "Hope you're all good. Cheers, buddy."
Cheers, Jimmy
working
C.
at the arena.
Cheers.
Well, we got the union. We got like a pretty good, great benefits, making pretty good money, pension, all that kind of shit. So I'm assuming. I think it might have been the hours that he preferred, because like doing the arena is shift work, like days, nights. Whereas working this postal route, I'm pretty sure that's going to be more standard. Like I think you can, like as long as you get it done by a certain time of day, you can basically do it whenever you want, kind of thing, as long as you get it done. So it's probably a bit more.
Forced you get a little
freedom.
Forced you get a bunch of exercise every day. So that's good.
Well, I do a lot of walking during my shift in the arena.
Indeed.
So
He's walking.
probably not as well. Again, like sometimes the guy I know, he'll be walking around. Sometimes he's driving around in the, so not doing nearly as much walking. I don't know.
Well, from what I understand, Canada Post is a sweet gig if you can get it. So I mean, like we had a garden. Granted, this is going back 10 years, but I mean, I think he was making fucking $12 an hour, maybe less than that. And I think he got a job doing Canada Post. Now this was during the holidays. I even told the guy, because this is a young guy, and I even told the guy, I'm like, listen, you do whatever you want. I mean, I would probably quit I think he was making like $20 an hour at Canada Post or something like that, and he was literally just like there for holiday sorting and stuff like that. I'm like, I was just telling him, like, dude, like, I don't blame you. I would take the job, but I'm like, you're a temporary worker. You may want to be careful about giving up a full-time job versus something that they might kick you out in January. But he couldn't do both jobs, so he left and went to Canada Post. So maybe he did well, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But.
Yeah, like that's one thing. Going back to how much they're getting paid per hour. I mean, it used to be that like Canada Post was kind of like one of the reasons that people like that kind of job is because that's been the gold standard about like what are you gonna get paid for package delivery? That's one of the best gigs you can get. Now you look at the people who work in telecom. Yeah, they're per price per hour. They're a whole lot more competitive, and they're eating Canada Post and even like UPS and FedEx's lunch. But at the same time, those employees are not getting paid as much as what Canada Post did.
No.
So overall, as an industry, package shipping is the wages are getting driven down.
Those people also probably aren't getting benefits. Probably aren't in a union.
No,
it's just like
it's like me. They're getting paid by the
food delivery once a week. It's like,
I think it's like they get paid by the number of packages they deliver or something. So they get their cars full of them. Like that kind of shocked me when I saw somebody pull up in their fucking personal vehicle, like a Honda Accord. Packages all through the car, like front seat, back seat, the trunk. I've seen him sorting through like just all kinds of just Amazon packages. They were obviously Amazon because you recognize that the stupid like white and blue shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel very good about receiving a package from someone who's just shoving it in his fucking ass car.
But
going
you
on,
used to be able
back to what jump back to what Nick just said about them getting paid by the delivery. That also encourages them to fucking like just walk up to your fucking house and throw shit.
Yeah,
because they got to get shit done, and also like,
they just
drive,
leave it by the door. They don't even
like,
knock. They don't even like in that.
Yeah.
They do that at my work, which is in a real bad spot of town. There's all kinds of like homeless people running around.
I love the guys that don't knock because they don't bug my dogs.
No,
just leave the package, we'll get it.
But I mean, the whole thing is like they don't even ring the doorbell to say it's there, and they just leave it by the door. Anybody could just come up and pick it up and run away.
You can take a breath there, Nick.
Some of them I've seen posts on like Reddit and stuff on the mildly infuriating stuff where it's like I was home and did no knock, no nothing, and came outside and there's like one of those notices saying sorry we missed you.
Oh, I fucking
Canada does that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
you kind of wish they could leave it by the door. Like with FedEx, is terrible because I know there was one time where I was waiting for something to arrive, and I knew I was just sitting there looking at the door, and I think I might have looked away for a second, and all of a sudden I heard the door and went up to answer it, and there was a slip sitting there saying that sorry we missed you. They had just rung the fucking doorbell, and then ran away.
Well, Canada Post is notorious for doing that.
No, it was FedEx. It was like FedEx or something.
The one post I saw on Reddit was like the person went chasing after him or something like that, and the person didn't actually even have the package or something. So they called the post office, and the post office didn't have it. It was this whole stupid fucking. It was. I think it was Canada Post. Canada Post is. I've had times where I'm like, they mustn't have knocked very loud. Like I was sleeping or something like that. Wake up to one of those notices. I'm like, I was home, but they didn't bang all that. I don't know. Like
at least with like Canada Post though. They tell you, okay, go pick it up at the post office tomorrow after 1 p.m. At least my post office is only a couple of kilometers away. With like UPS or FedEx, I have to go all the way into the city and then go to the industrial park and make sure I can get there before 5 p.m. Like when I bought this lens for my camera, I got it off of eBay out of Japan, and they delivered it by, I think it was UPS, and I had to go down to a place to pick it up in the industrial park. I got off like half an hour early from work so I could get there by 5, and it was snowing that day. By the time I got there, they had closed early. So I took fucking time off of work to go down and get this fucking package, and ended up like walking up to the door. They'd gone home early. Fuck.
I want
my $500 lens, goddammit.
Go ahead, Greg, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say the most annoying thing I ever had, and I haven't had these same experiences with courier companies for the most part. I've had most of my frustrating experiences with Canada Post. I remember my really annoying one was when I needed to travel. Oh, this was actually when we went to go visit Marson last year. So I needed to get my passport renewed because it expired. So I still had some time. I still had like a good amount of time. So I just, did the passport thing, renewal online. Great. And, like a month later, it still hasn't shown up. So I call the passport office. I'm like, when is this thing getting like processed? They're like, oh, it's already been sent to you. I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's apparently with Canada Post. Anyway, I was able to track down that they went to the post office. So I call the lady. And she's like, "Oh yeah, that package. We just sent it back to Canada, Canada, whatever the fuck, Service Canada or whatever. We just sent it back to Service Canada yesterday." I'm like, "So it's been at the post office for 2 weeks, and no one's told me." She's like, "Well, there's supposed to be a notice left on your door by the postal carrier, and then we have our own guy that's supposed to leave you a second notice after it's been with us for a week." And I say, "I haven't gotten either one of those things." She's like, Yeah, they've been forgetting to do that lately. I'm just like,
oh, what the fuck? I mean, but at the same time, did the government, the Service Canada, give you a tracking number for that or no?
They gave me a tracking number. That's how I figured I was at the post office. And to be honest, the lady at the post office was pretty helpful. But it was just like, she was just like, oh yeah, they just forget to do that. I'm like,
I would have been like, why didn't you check the post? Because how many days did they keep it at the post office before they sent it back?
They had it for like 2 weeks before they sent it back. And then And then they went back to Canada, Service Canada, and Canada Post sent it back to a second time. And that time, the courier, not the courier, the carrier actually, gave it to me, so we got it. But luckily, I did it with enough time. Like I did it with like 2 months in advance. I ended up getting my passport like 2 weeks before the trip. So I was like, I'm starting to get a little nervous here because it's yeah. So, but I was just like, okay, like guys, like, can you not be so inept? Like, can you not? First of all, can you not knock on the door and see if I'm there? And second of all, if you can't do that, you don't have the package, whatever. Leave me the fucking slip. They didn't even leave me the fucking slip. I had no clue it was at the post office. And I'm like, that's kind of fucking ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I remember one time I had a bad experience with Canada Post that I needed a flash because, my flash was acting up for my camera. I was shooting a wedding in a couple of days, and it was like the only wedding I ever shot in my life. And it was like, oh shit, I need to get a flash. So I ordered a flash off of
repeat business.
I ordered a flash off of this one site, and I paid for the priority shipping to get it like really, really quick. And it was supposed to get there within a day, and it didn't arrive before the weekend. So I ended up trying to call them to see where the fuck my packages is. I paid for the extra shipping on this thing. Where the hell is it? And it's just an automated line. There was actually no means of getting in and calling and talking to somebody to see where my parcel is. I was pissed as fuck because it was like it was supposed to arrive within like overnight, and it ended up being worse delivery time than Express Post, like 2 days.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was fucked. It was only coming from Ontario too.
So listen, I'll tell you, it sounds like we've all had issues with couriers. So I just want to put this in perspective. In 2022, my wife is a big user of Amazon. In 2022, we placed 352 orders. In 2023, 401 orders. Jesus. And in 2024, as of right now, 362 orders. Of those orders, so that's what, rough estimate, that's what, about 800 order. No, sorry, it's about 1,000 orders in the last 3 years. Of those orders, using Amazon Courier, how many of those do you think they've fucked up? All these guys just going in their Honda Odysseys. Most of them don't speak English. Many of them probably haven't been in the country for more than a few months.
I'm assuming you've probably got a decent ratio, and you've been good because with that many, if it was bad constantly, I feel like you would have stopped or something, or did something because it'd be that frustrating. Because that's a shit ton of ordering, dude. That's
my wife is an Amazon addict.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Using their couriers, which, like you say, is often just some dude in a rusty old car filled to the brim with Amazon package. They have fucked up 0 times. They have never made a mistake. I cannot say that for any courier company or any fucking. UPS lost like a $2,000 order I had from Arc'teryx like a year ago because they just dropped it off at the wrong guy's house. Now, luckily, I was going to have to go through insurance. It was going to be a whole fucking ordeal. Luckily, the dude got it, and like a week later just dropped it off at my house and said, oh, sorry, I saw it, and I meant to drop it off. I just got real busy. I was like, okay, well, thank you. That's going to save me a whole lot of fucking dicking around with UPS. But I'm like, who just fucking drops it off at the wrong complete house? And it was not even close. It was on a completely different street. But yeah. The Amazon guys, again, I don't know. Maybe they're just really worried about losing their jobs or whatever, but never had to make a single mistake. So
that's crazy.
So I give them credit for that.
Yeah, they screw up on me every once in a while. There was one where I ordered like a movie off the Amazon, like a Steelbook edition of something. I paid good money for it because it was like a special edition release of Hackers, the movie. I know probably there's people here that probably don't like that movie, but it got lost. Like it didn't even get sent out. Like I ended up going and talking to him like hey, the package never arrived, and they gave me a refund, and I just bought it again, and it came in 2 days. So it's kind of Amazon's not bad, not terrible.
Amazon is pretty good for refunds and shit.
Yeah, they are.
They will always give you a refund if anything shows up, it's damaged or it's not the condition you were promised.
Yeah,
You literally just go onto their chat, and they will just automatically pretty much just refund it for you. Or sometimes you might have to send it back, but most of the time just they'll give you a refund.
Well, yeah, I usually have to send it back.
Good customer service and exploiting their workers like they're fucking feudal peasants.
The best random refund thing that ever happened to me was I bought a sleeping bag, and it can't remember the name of the company, but it's like a sleeping bag, but it's also like it's like a onesie, so you can like wear the sleeping bag. The booties are removed and stuff. So walk around, sit by it. It's
does it have like a little penis hole, or you can unzip and then pee and then go back to bed?
There's a zipper to get in and out, and you can basically, yeah. But I bought it, and I bought the upgrade, like the version that has like the removable booties and all. They make one that's just like, they're not non-removable booties, and they sent me that one, and I emailed being like, this is not what I paid for. They're like, oh shit, okay, we're gonna send you an email with a shipping label to return the other one, and we'll send you the new one. They'll send you the right one. They sent me the right one, and never sent me a shipping label. So I still have 2 of them.
Nice.
But
was it?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say no. Finish your story. I was gonna chip in a story about what I had.
I think it's called a Silk bag or something like that, and then the one I have is the Patagonia version. But it's so comfy. There were times where, like, when I was living on top of the Hood fan place there, and I washed my bedding and stuff, and I was like, fuck, I'm too tired right now. I don't want to make my bed before I go to bed. I just grab that thing out of my fucking thing, crawl up in that, and sleep in my fucking bed with that. It worked great.
Nice. My story was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago. 3 years ago. I bought my Christmas present for my dad. It was like a cordless circular saw from Black & Decker, and had it shipped to me off of Amazon, and it got lost in transit. I think it was coming from in telecom. So I reached out to him once the date passed, and then they gave me a refund on it. Then the thing showed up 2 days later. So I got a refund, and it was like $100 circular saw.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, yeah, I ended up going out and buying him a battery for it too.
I'm not sure if it still exists, but their website, LU Computers, used to be a thing, and I bought a motherboard off them. It was just like a Newegg fucking Tiger. Was it Tiger Direct? Whatever it used to be a thing, like one of those just PC parts websites that existed.
Yeah. And
I bought a motherboard. It was, I can't remember the name of it now, but it was some Asus fucking Wi-Fi built in. This was like when did I buy it? Probably when I was like, it was for my AMD FX something, but. And it was like a 4. It was one of the better, like, I think it was before ROG was a thing, so it would have been like one of the better Asus boards back then.
ROG's been around for a long time. Like,
that's what I'm saying. This is
ROG
a while ago.
Crosshair, I think, came out in like 2006.
I had that after
nerd.
I had one of those boards, so this was like before ROG. But again, it had Wi-Fi and shit, and it was like the Wi-Fi antenna was actually really cool. It was like you screwed it in, and it had like this circle with a thing that came out. It was magnetic, so you would attach it to the outside of your case.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, I ordered this thing, $400, and forgot that some other payment was being taken out of my bank account. So when they took the payment out, there wasn't enough money. So I got charged like a $30 NSF fee or something like that. And then a few days later, the motherboard showed up.
So you got a motherboard for free because you're bad.
No, I got a motherboard. It cost me $30, the NSF fee. But yeah, like to this day, I'm still kind of. I wish I'd gone back to the website and done it again and ordered like a bunch of shit and just to see, because it was like, I don't know. I'm assuming maybe that like,
chances are somebody screwed up. It probably wouldn't be a mistake that would happen on probably that regular of a basis, but somebody just screwed up during the ordering process.
The company's gone now, so I'm wondering if it did happen.
You're probably not going to get sent to collections.
I think it
anymore.
is. It was just a random funny thing that happened.
I remember not quite a similar story, but I remember I ordered a motherboard for a project off of Amazon, or off of some site. I can't remember which one it was. It's a site I won't buy from again. But they sent me. I thought I was getting one motherboard, but I actually got a different motherboard for socket AM4, and I forget if I got my money back or not. But I know that I was just like, oh shit, well I can't use this, and ended up having an extra motherboard laying around, which eventually became Lee's computer.
Nice.
So it worked out. Yeah, because we were all
origin
chipping in
story.
on building a computer at the same time, and like, oh well, shit, I got a motherboard here and an extra processor. Let's build that up. Because I mean,
Quote Michael Myers in Wayne's World. Zang.
excellent.
So when are you guys gonna upgrade Lee's PC? I feel Lee needs a few upgrades there. You know, send him maybe a 4090 or something.
Yeah, it's giving me 49.
Mine's running pretty good.
I'm trying to get you free PC parts.
See, I don't know. I'd have to also just throw myself on the charity of friends or strangers again, because I see people like list like what their computer is now, and it's like, are you from Mars? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The last thing I knew was like 486.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sort of the same way where like I upgrade my computer like once every 8 years or so, and I'll do a shit ton of research, figure out exactly what I want, buy it all, put it together, and I forget what I don't know what a good processor is now. I don't know what a good. Well, I think 4090s are still the top dog out of the GPUs, but it's like I don't know. Like is my 9800 Radeon still good? I think it is, but
Radeon? You got a 9800? Or are you talking like
no, not
like
Radeon.
Radeon?
No, is it Ryzen? That's what it's called.
Oh,
Ryzen.
the Ryzen. Oh,
I still remember back.
you had like a
when I had
7800 or something, didn't you? 78.
So when I had my what was it, fucking 64?
I'll tell you in a second.
64 megabyte ATI, and it had remember the ATI Remote Wonder?
Yeah, oh god, that was a long time ago.
I had the
Yes,
Remote
I
Wonder
remember those.
too. It was
All in Wonder.
it was fucking and back when was it Windows XP, the Media Center Edition, whatever.
Yep.
I had it hooked up to my TV. My computer was in the other room. People would come over, like controlling with my fucking ATI
I
fancy
think
remote.
the remote in some cases was just a USB dongle, so you could plug it into anything,
Yeah.
no matter.
But it was.
I remember
Great.
like the last one I saw, and I think it might have been like the last one they ever made was like the All-in Wonder X1900. I remember when I worked at the computer shop in
The All-in
Calgary, they
Wonder.
had one, and it was open box, so I was ripping playing with it.
7800 X3D is what I have.
Okay, that's still a good chip because the 9800 X3D isn't that much faster.
Paul's in the chat, by the way, saying
Yep.
what nuclear
Hey, Paul.
is happening in next room.
Nuclear baloney happening in next room. Yeah, we're on Discord, Paul.
Nuclear
if you want to.
baloney.
Yeah, what Nick just said.
Hop on in for some butt
Hop
stuff.
in, we're actually doing Discord, so it won't lock up on you. I did build some upgrade ability into Lee's computer when I built that computer, and I took lots of pictures, but I feel like unless you want to take it down to a computer shop, there might be you might like at this point like do some meaningful upgrades. Like you can get yourself a much faster processor and video card for it. I know that, but I mean, again, charity of friends. I'm sure me and Guy will probably have a spare part or something pop up at some point. So
Yeah, no, I haven't had any.
If not, I'll find something.
Like the only thing I could think of is if I don't know, is there extra slots to put more RAM in or something?
Yeah, there is. Well, actually, no. There's no extra slots, but
You could probably replace the RAM.
you could
with
replace the
bigger
RAM that's in there. I think it's got 16 right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put 32.
Yeah,
in
these
there.
days 32 is pretty nice.
And how's your hard drive space doing?
Pretty good. I've been chopping it down quite a bit, so
okay.
I got quite a bit of space just on my regular bitch drive, and then
Are there still other
Okay.
slots for another hard drive?
I don't
Probably.
know.
I think
Oh,
yes.
I'm
I'm
assuming.
pretty sure there is. I know.
How many
I took
drives
lots
are
of
in there?
pictures. I took lots of
Yeah,
pictures of the
two.
inside of the computer when I built it. So
Is that two Lee?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
two.
so yeah, I guess you probably got your system drive and
well, you
Yeah, I
got
guess
you got the SSD, which is just a SATA SSD. And
I'm assuming you could probably put at least two more drives in there. Does it have M.2 slot, Nick?
What?
The M.20, whatever.
I don't even think it has M.20.
No? Okay.
I'm looking for my pictures of it. See if I can see what I can see. I know you can take more RAM. In fact, I'm actually sitting on a.
Yeah, you can take more RAM, Lee. Take it.
Take it, ram it. You ram it up. You get more bytes out of it. Get more power.
Wow.
I forget. Is there a window on the side of your computer, Lee?
Yeah, there is.
Is it Windows 11?
Window of the future?
No. Actually, Lee's computer won't run Windows 11. The processor is too old.
Wow. Way to
just barely.
Way to process.
However, I mean, it's a simple upgrade of just a processor, like drop in a better chip, and it'll work. You're gonna need a BIOS upgrade and a better processor, but you upgrade the BIOS on that motherboard, like the firmware, and you can put up like a 5000 series Ryzen in it, which is they still sell. So I don't think I would put a 5800 X3D in or anything, but you get yourself like a 5700, 5800.
Yeah, I'm getting these messages from Mars. I have no idea what they mean.
From who?
Mm-hmm.
From Mars. I can't translate. I might as well be talking to Egon Shalakian right here.
I got the computer 6 months ago, and I don't know what the hell the dude is talking about.
Look how Lino Reno is in the chat saying Nick with the shades looking like a high ABV Saison pillar.
Doesn't this
Egon Spengler type
in the 80s?
Inglar Kevorkian, or what are you talking about?
You look like you're ready to be on soy mango green cam, and talking to some lady boys.
Oh wow!
Right.
Yeah. Nick would be one of those dudes just walking, holding hands with an incredibly attractive Asian chick that may have a package.
I'm wearing my free Moosehead Radler glasses, but before I get my good friend Scott got laid off.
I'll say some of them lady boys are pretty. They're pretty fucking hot.
They
like you wouldn't know until they talk to you that they're.
That's the thing. You look at some of them, you're like. Let's look at some of them. You're like, she not bad looking, but just kind of, or they kind of have a physique that's more of a manly stance, and I'm just like, there might be a little something going on there. And then, I mean, there's also, the stereotype. It's only a stereotype that Asian men often have smaller penises, especially compared to Nick, of course. So, I mean, that's probably a little easier to hide.
Yeah. But it's like, because I was watching, I was like, I just put in like the name that's on the fucking cam and like go through YouTube and like search for like, these like independent people who like go there and they do like little mini documentaries on it and stuff like that. And then one of them was like, talking to freelance ladies or whatever. And like half of the ones they were talking to was like, so you're a freelancer? Are you a man or woman? Lady boy. And I was like, oh, lady boy. Okay. And before, half of them, it's like, okay, it looks like a very attractive girl. And half of them are like not even, they haven't transitioned, so they're not actually women, right? They're just like
boobs and penis.
They're just like drag queens, basically. And but it's not until they start speaking that it's like all of a sudden, oh, okay, now I see.
I wish Lady Lee was here. I'm sure she would have some very insightful opinions on this.
Exciting times at the Thailand version of the moose.
Fucking what just came out of your mouth?
Yeah, that's pretty much what Sin by Night is. It's just the moose with
the moose with.
Actually, I don't know if they have any like freelance ladyboys at that place. That place seems like it's like almost exclusively. Either like biologically born women or no transitions. So
I have the feeling. I that's the thing is like I feel in Thailand it's almost like a strip club seems like too boring. I'm sure those strippers you pay them a little extra, they'll do just about anything. But I feel like there's probably so many brothels and shit like that in there that it's just like it's like, well, why just go and watch naked women strip? Like
I mean,
you just have one of those rent-a wives for a day.
I think every place there is basically a brothel because, like, you know, that whole freelancer culture thing is just like, you know, half of them they're not necessarily even employed by a club or a pimp or anything. They just go out and look for dates at places. Like, it feels like every fucking nighttime establishment in that fucking town is just like you can find a hooker if you want to find one.
Oh yeah!
I'm gonna go empty out my non-transition penis.
Wow,
Okay,
that was
That was
bad.
There are words coming out of Nick's mouth.
Yeah, Nick's just he's really an offensive person when you think about it.
Luckily, we're not online.
We are online.
Oh,
That's the thing.
oh man.
Nick just got really anti-woke all of a sudden.
I mean, to be fair, Nick is. I mean, he's not saying any lies. His penis is pre-transition. Whether he plans to get a transition, that's completely up to him, and we respect him one way or the other. But you know, Nick is right. Nick has a God-given penis. It's apparently he has a lot of it.
Yeah, Alblino Reno says Nick looks like a rapey Care Bear.
Oh
wow! Care Bear rape.
Instead of squirting rainbows out of his chest, he's
4, 3, 2, 1. Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky?
Don't tell me you watch Care Bears.
Oh, dude, of course I watched Care Bears.
I watched it as a kid. I now, granted, I don't have a knowledge of the songs from it. I've forgotten those, but yeah, I did.
Oh.
I did watch Care Bears as a kid. I watched Gummy Bears was another one I watched. That was another show.
Gummy Bear, dude. Like No Heart, the actual like bad guy in fucking Care Bears was like he never got
like
to go.
Penguin, right?
He never got to go as far as like he was a fucking like evil fucking thing, whatever he was. But
Don't
like
switch. Fuck.
Oh, Nick, you have a stain on your shirt.
Fucking. That's not piss. That's from my beer. I just grabbed it in my shirt. What?
I didn't assume it was piss. I didn't think you were just like shooting that thing all over yourself.
God-given penis! Yeah! No.
Radar in the chat, you know, he said that the second I came here. That's Nick saying about his pre-transition penis. And then Radar goes on to say Care Bears air hump.
Care Bears air hump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
who's that humping from somewhere up the sky? Moving fast and bright as a firefly.
God. Alright.
Look at that.
Well, that killed the conversation me coming back, didn't it?
Like people in the chat should just come to the Discord.
Yeah, come in the Discord,
Radar
tell
can
us,
just. We're not
tell
doing
us
a
what you think
BA
about
101, so Radar can just hop on. So.
Yeah, tell us why you think Nick would make a good Care Bear.
Yeah, just come on in so we can actually take it off the air and we can talk to you.
Well, eventually we'll have to take it off the air. Radar joints.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to say anything you haven't already said tonight.
He's going to rephrase everything Nick said, but just make it in Beernomicron lore.
Yeah.
Let's get off the air.
Well, like Radar, can you tell us what chapter Nick's non-transition penis is located in Beernomicron?
He hasn't done that. That might be a future thing.
Oh, wow.
But he hasn't non-transitioned his penis? I'm pretty sure he's had that since birth.
Doesn't the Beernomicron tell the future as well as the past?
No.
Oh, maybe there's going to be a New Testament at some point.
Ooh.
No, there is no testament.
The new
We're going to get the Mormon version.
The New Testament Beernomicron.
There might be the King Gee,
the Book of Radar.
King Gee version, yeah.
Yeah, oh, they're probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's like 162,000 King Gee chapters, anyways.
Wow.
And verses.
That's something.
Well, he's the one that the lowest numbered king out of us all, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he is.
Nick is the highest with 275,000.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
But enough about his cholesterol.
But well, the first King Nick was King Nick the Wise.
Well,
feel we've all-
that really went downhill from there, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jeez.
Because the next one was King Nick the Unsound.
Wow.
Yeah, sound.
I feel we've all raised our cholesterol this week with our fucking Grinch meals.
Yep.
King Nick the frivolous.
The frivolous smeller.
King Nick the flapjack.
All right, well, I was looking at my Facebook chat, and I'm not going to show it because it'll get the channel taken down. Luckily,
The most destructive one was
Squirt
the most
doesn't smell.
destructive one was. God damn it! The most destructive one was King Nick of Smegma.
Ah, Jim.
Now we're gonna have to
Hi,
take
guys.
the chat.
Hey.
Hey, Jamie.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Let me know if my audio is too loud or whatever.
No, it's fine. You're good.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can hear you. No, you're fine.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up. Most weeks you beg
Oh,
for Jamie to show up.
Goddamn joke. It's not passive aggressive.
God damn you, Nick.
No, that was just fully aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to fix Nick is really low.
I am low.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, it's his family.
It's my name. Don't
Or his
worry.
family name, anyway.
Hey-o.
Hey.
Hey-oh.
Do I make that different?
Hey, Jamie, what's going on?
Oh, maybe my Discord audio is low on your end because you turned me down when I was snoring and you popped on. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. It was the last time. Same thing. It was. It's like this,
That's
and
weird.
I'm on like the mobile app, so
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
100% sure on how to change that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to change it on the mobile app either. I know on desktop it's maybe if you press and hold on my screen, it'll pop up with some options.
Ah, yes,
Ah,
yeah, that worked.
nice.
There we go. We just
It's
brought
almost
Jamie
like-
into the
IT support.
21st century.
It's almost like you know a thing or two about IT.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen Nick actually do his job correctly. This is amazing.
Wow.
Man, you should look into the IT profession.
Yeah.
There was a time, I can't remember exactly what it was, but Nick successfully made Dan look pretty bad. It was pretty funny.
Wow. I
Dan
mean,
suggested something, and the Nick suggested something else.
I
and what Nick
suggested
said
something
worked.
that actually worked.
What
I
a,
can't
what, a,
remember what it
what a
was.
surprise that that's
It was
burned into
something-
Red
it was
Dead.
something-
something- you know, I think it was Discord back when I had to go back in and clear something in the app.
Yeah,
data
you had
folder.
to go to the app data folder and delete the Discord folder and then reinstall the software or something. It was, yeah, and it fixed whatever because that basically, if you have a corrupt installation or cache file or whatever, like that'll fix it because you just basically
Yeah.
clear out and start over.
Dan has suggested something that didn't work. Yeah, just,
Yeah, have you tried rebooting your computer? It's like, oh, that's the first thing you try, is it? Why would we don't assume though? Well, I mean, yes, of course a reboot might fix it, but I don't assume the customer's a complete idiot too.
well, yeah, the first thing I would try, obviously, reboot.
I mean, I'll try
Wait,
a
were
few
you-
things before I tell them to restart because I mean, restart's just so obvious. I mean, did you restart?
Yeah.
Were you saying that Dan was just assuming that Redbeard was a complete idiot?
Well, okay, come on. This is
Because there might be some historical background there for the bias to go over.
yes, there's probably some bias there.
Yeah.
well, Dan is an enemy combatant of Carrie's, so.
No, this
Yeah,
was way back before I think any of the random weirdness between us happened.
Oh, okay. Speaking of idiots, how about that Jamie who can't even work his computer? He's muted right now. What a dumbass.
Wow.
Double dumbass on you.
I'm being a nice boy and muting it while I'm doing some loud stuff. So
Oh, you're okay. He's fucking.
Get your,
Yeah.
you're
Fucking
fucking,
somebody.
fucking your wife, or maybe.
Or
easy.
Jesus.
You never know.
Jamie's wife is practicing her wind
Yeah.
instruments.
Yeah, stop assuming Jamie's always banging his wife. He's got a lot of hookers he relies on.
He might be in Thailand right now.
He
You never know.
inherited Ewert's road hooker.
Who?
I don't
That's right.
think you would ever used his road hookers, so they're probably pretty unused.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty hard to overuse a hooker with a tiny wiener, so.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, as brash as it is, how have I been wrong tonight, you know? Hard truth. I don't know.
Puts the sunglasses on, and now he can just shit
Future's
talk
so
everybody.
bright, gotta wear shades.
If,
Really makes you delusional as well. All right.
Yeah.
Nick, he's got those sunglasses where people can't hear his mean things.
I think it was important. These sunglasses actually do have, like, anyone remember that old episode of Simpsons, which, well, it was a Halloween special, and I'm sure it was based on a movie or something, where Homer got a headpiece, like a hairpiece, and it changed his personality? That's like Nick with his glasses. Like, Nick is like suddenly like, this like badass Nick. He gives no fucks.
Yeah.
Motherfucking right.
Just
Get the fucking
shows
Ice
up,
Cube vibe going
shows
on.
up to the bar, hits the jukebox, starts playing. Girls just swoon over, one on each arm.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say puts on the jukebox. Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
That's where I thought you were going with that for some reason.
Oh, yeah. The girls all surround Nick after he puts on like Slayer or something.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't
Slayer
matter.
rants
The
raining blood at the club.
Hella waits.
Yeah.
Hello, Waits? Tom Waits?
No. Hella waits. The Slayer song.
Oh.
I think just.
Oh,
I
Hello
think
Waits.
more
Okay.
something more on the nose, just straight up like Big Dick by No Means No.
Ain't no don't want no short dick, man.
I gotta put my sunglasses on right now. See if it changes my personality.
I just remember like when that song was popular,
Holy
we had
fuck,
a much
it's White
dance
Morpheus.
party at my high school, and they
White-
made it fucking don't want no
White
short man.
Morpheus.
They censored it.
White more.
The Matrix has you, Lee.
Nick,
White
you are without a doubt the funniest person I've ever met.
Holy fuck! That made
Redbeard,
Lee even
you-
nicer.
Yeah, it's because you haven't met
are
anybody
the
else.
least annoying person I've ever met.
That's the reverse of Lee. He's nice.
Wow.
That's what those glasses did.
Yeah, nicely.
Greg is
I would have
like
thought that.
a churchgoer.
Oh, well,
Okay,
thank you.
never mind. He's back to regular Lee.
It made me a
I do-
liar. It made me a liar.
I mean, I do enjoy my religiousness. I actually kind of wish that, like, Lee would have gone over, like, his love of the Catholic faith and the monarchy and what else? What else does Lee love?
Queen.
Oh,
he said
he loves
monarchy,
the Queen.
He loves the Queen.
He's still mourning, so he might actually start crying for her with those glasses on. He loves Prince Charles and his sausage fingers.
Yeah, and he fucking hates
Star
Meghan
King.
Markle because she's black.
Wow.
Love.
Oh,
Just his
wow,
love for the human
Jesus,
race.
dude. Fuck.
Well,
Wow.
hey, that's the monarchy for
Wow,
you.
the most racist. Oh, the racist monarchy, yeah.
That's the monarchy.
I mean,
They just don't want to say it. They just
they had to
It's
give the baby a
monarchy
Black
saying the
Kennedy
quiet
test.
part
So.
out loud, yeah.
Do monarchy.
are we still alive?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
It's like that old Peter Griffin skit on Family Guy where it's like, is this a criminal? They give you the different shades of black.
Yeah, good, bad. Jeez. Like this guy can get away with anything. Oh yeah, because it's Fox.
Eh?
I love White Morpheus. He's my
White
favorite
Morpheus.
character. He's my favorite character that's shown up on this show so far.
What's
There are
that shit?
fields, Neil. Endless fields of whiteness.
I just feel like Lee's gonna give you 2 pills to take. You can take the blue pill or the red pill, and both of them are gonna be meth.
Recalculating route.
Those white Morpheus. Yeah, he's from Florida and he's a meth head.
Oh, full disclosure, I don't actually know how meth works. I don't know if it comes in pill form.
Just go to me neither actually. Just go to Florida.
You
to
haven't
work.
seen Breaking Bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I have.
Oh no! I haven't seen the Breaking Bad actually.
I have, but can they turn that glass into pills? But can you just swallow it?
Well, honestly, that I couldn't tell you, but normally crystal meth is smoked. Like that. That's pretty common knowledge, I think.
All right. Well, what about non-crystal meth?
Yeah, what about just regular meth?
It's like dilithium crystals, sir.
I'm pretty sure regular meth is crystal meth. They just don't put the crystal word in front of it.
Yeah, that's probably like another whatchamacallit, another universe in Star Trek. There's like all the dilithium crystals are just crystal meth.
Yeah,
we didn't want
crystal
crystals. Why? Because we inhaled the rest.
and beryllium
of
sphere.
One of the best scenes in Breaking Bad was when the guy made up the fictitious fucking Star Wars thing, talking about like they were having a eating competition.
That was Star Trek. They were talking about beaming the high eating contest with Spock out of his stomach, but then his hand slips and he beams out of his organs.
Yeah, because fucking the Uhuru whatever was all sexy or something. Uhura, sorry, thank you.
Uhuru.
I never watched a lot of the original Star Trek,
Obviously.
so I'm not.
No, but you watched all the movies with Zoe Saldana.
I
Always called Uhura.
Did they make anything after the? I watched the first one. It was not bad. Then the second one where they with
Benedict
Cucumber.
Benedict Cucumber.
Then the third one after that I watched, and that's all I've seen.
That's all. That's the only one.
Okay.
They were supposed to make another one, but then that didn't go through, and now they're still in talks. They've been in talks for like 3 years now.
Yeah. Leads in the chat saying, "What's next week's beer?" Then this is directed towards me. You have a personality? Apparently not. But I mean, what does that say about you dating me? Then she says,
could come here.
Well, to be fair, she came to her senses.
She did eventually. Then she says, "I'm not disagreeing." Then she said, "Greg the Virgin," and then she said Then she said, "A long time ago, we used to be friends." I don't know who that's directed to. Maybe it's me. I don't know. We haven't.
I think a lot of us have said
probably all of us. All of us.
Yeah, back when Lady Lee used to love us.
To be fair, everything bad we say is just because Lady Lee's not here to referee us. So, like, really, it's on you, Lady Lee.
There's nobody here to tell us to settle down.
Yeah.
Your fault, Lee. You're a bad person.
We're gonna do Christmas beers the next 2 weeks. Just as a theme. So
yeah, Christmassy beers.
I'm just gonna grab like a
season.
I'm just gonna grab like a
Stellar
ransack the universe and paint it.
Ransack the North Pole.
So I'm
Ransack the Sandiverse.
I'm going to pull a Dan and completely change the subject now, just because Lady Lee is potentially watching. I just wanted to bring this up. So
diabetes?
No, there's no diabetes going on here.
Diabetes.
So I've been doing this weird thing because Greg is weird. So everyone's heard of the movie The Christmas Story, right? The Bob Clark classic.
Yeah.
1983. Blah blah blah. There's 9 of those movies. Okay, not directed by Bob Clark, but there is actually a series about that same kid that goes from the 70s to, well, actually, the last one came out 2 years ago. So out of morbid curiosity, most of them are TV movies. They're actually all on YouTube. I've been watching them. They're so bad. I don't recommend you do it. Just take my word for it. Don't do it. But out of curiosity, I just kind of wanted to watch these movies. And the very first one, Lady Lee would love this one. I know she'll never watch it, so this is why I wanted to describe it. Is basically this whole time where the kid, well, he's not a kid, he's a teenager. He's after this hot girl to bring to the prom, but he can't, she's out of his league and he can't do it. And his nerdy neighbor with glasses keeps wanting him to take her to the prom, but he doesn't want to take her because she's ugly and that. Then he sees her without glasses, and suddenly she's hot, and she's like, oh, and you got the whole thing. You got the was Gene Shepard, the same guy who does the voiceover in The Christmas Story. He's the same guy doing the voiceover because he's the author. And he's saying, like, in his head, he's like, I did not know this girl could be so hot. It's like these glasses came off, and suddenly she's this beauty queen or something. And again, this is a 1974 movie, so it's very cheesy. And I'm just imagining Lady Lee the whole time being like, you fucking asshole. She was fine with the glasses, and
Yep.
This panel is like the it's like the bizarro world of that, where Nick just got, he put on the glasses.
oh, Nick became
Now
hotter with
he's the
glasses,
hot-
100%.
he's the hot one
The
now.
glasses are life.
Yeah,
Nick could be the prom queen now.
I kind of want to take him to prom.
Well, now Lee's in contention for the prom queen.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Yeah, League of Morpheus, White Morpheus here.
Nick,
What
you
you
can
got?
choose from 2 different pills.
It's going to come
Take
down
the
to
red
which of you
pill.
guys suck. Which of
Stay
you
in
guys are better
Wonderland.
off at sucking Freddie
And
Prinze
you wonder
Jr.'s
how how deep the Greg goes.
Well, what am I better? Who's better? What?
You guys will win prom queen based on who's better at sucking Freddie Prinze Jr.'s dick, or whatever his name is. You know who I'm talking about.
Lee's got 2 pills. They're both suppositories.
But with one of them, you'll shit out your passive aggressiveness, Nick, and the other one, you'll just.
The most suppositories, you still get that scene where you're getting flushed down the system, but it's really your bowel.
The other one will make Dan. The other one will make him get untriggered by Dan.
There you go.
Damn, I'm getting triggered by Grinch Socks.
Okay,
That was so
I gotta figure out what the fuck. I gotta figure out what the fuck this is, because you guys are getting all these comments from Lady Lee apparently, and they don't show up on my YouTube. I'm not aware that I've ever blocked Lady Lee on YouTube, so I have to look in. Why am I not getting Lady Lee comments?
Have you switched it to live chat?
Have I? Yes. I am on live chat, yeah. I'm on live chat, and the last comment I have is Lee Russell saying, "You're a song," and before that I have Vincent saying, "Care Bears air hump."
Weird.
And
You don't have
there's no
anything
comments in
Lady Lee
between.
there? Because
No,
Lady Lee
I-
posted a whole bunch of times. Refresh your page. Maybe Lady Lee blocked you on YouTube.
Man, that might be a thing.
That could be a thing.
Oh, it's possible. I mean, I don't really do anything on YouTube, so there's really nothing for her to block me for.
It's a preemptive strike in case you do something.
I mean, that would actually probably be the most logical explanation, yeah. But
He said doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
Doo-doo.
That's poop.
Oh, my God. You ever watched the,
that's out of your butt.
Rowan Atkinson did this roll call skit, and when he subbed all the kids' names with dirty references? You ever see that one? It's like, doo-doo, suck me off nice and quick. Detention next Saturday.
I'm done with this beer. Should I have another? Well, not another one of these, but should I have a different beer? I think I should.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course you
should.
could.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's not even a question.
Hey,
Greg.
by the way, if you happen to have this shelf turd, I recommend it. It's pretty good.
Was it good?
It's
for
more on the
hooping beer?
bit sweet and it's more on the sweet kind of chocolatey side. So
Oh, you're a sweetie, Greg.
oh,
Is there,
thank you.
is there a difference between an imperial stout and a communism stout?
Communist.
What, a Russian Imperial Stout? No, same thing. Just
Now,
one from
what-
Russia.
what are-
Usually the Russian ones are stronger.
Russian imperial stouts are stronger, and
Place
the
in
communist
Ukrainian stout.
the communist one sees the means of production and distribute it amongst the people.
Nice.
Wow.
It's the anti-establishment bourgeoisie proletariat.
So what do we got? So what do we got here? Well, detective, the victim was killed and raped, and here's the thing: raped after they were murdered, and they were blind. Well, it looks like the victim never saw him coming.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna make a
mean,
communist reference. It's like this lady. She died the communist fashion. She belonged to everyone.
What, they all kill her the same way?
Real gross, Nick.
it's, for some reason I'm the one.
This
I'm
is
the one
everyone.
that literally blocked on YouTube. Like, what the fuck?
I was just making a funny CSI joke, and you had to go and ruin it with that disgusting.
Oh, you have to put the glasses on when you do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did it reverse.
It's a
Yeah.
CSI guy. It's not the regular CSI. It's the CSI Miami, I think. That David Caruso.
Yeah, David Caruso, yeah.
Well, Horatio Kane.
Like,
or-
oh, where the hell was this guy the last 20 years?
The guy who did like a season and a half or something of NYPD Blue and thought he was top shit. It was like, I'm leaving this show and I'm gonna have me a movie career.
We
Then he
never
did,
saw him for 15 years.
Yeah, then he did 3 movies that all bombed, and then it's like, okay,
Corbin
well maybe I'll go back to TV.
Was it Corbin Burnson his name or no?
No, David Caruso.
David Caruso. Yeah, fuck. David Caruso. Why am I thinking of Corbin Burns and all of them?
Oh, maybe. Oh,
probably because I saw Major League not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually seen pretty much every episode of NYPD Blue, but I've never watched his the first season or first 2 seasons. I've never watched them.
Yeah, because it all became the Sipowicz show after he left.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was always Andy Sipowicz and his new partner who ends up getting killed within a season and a half.
Yeah, and once every 2 seasons, you get to see his ass in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah!
That's right. You get a little bit of female booty, but you get a lot of Sipowicz booty.
You get a lot of Dennis Franz.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, I didn't watch the show, so I don't know what it was.
Fucking great. Well played, guys. Well played.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's Sipowicz actor too.
Yeah.
Who's the one that was it? Jimmy Smits or Dennis? The guy that played was on Dexter for a season.
Jimmy Smits was in Dexter, wasn't he? Yeah, he was in Dexter.
Okay, yeah, that guy was creepy in that show. He was fucking he kind of became dead Dexter's protege until he went too far, and then Dexter had to kill him.
Yeah.
There's 2 or 3 storylines where they did that same thing. Later on, they did that same kind of deal. But yeah, he was really good in the show.
I watched. I think where I stopped watching was the season where Tom Hanks' son got into the show. I didn't see that season. I knew.
Oh yeah, Colin Hanks. Yeah.
Yeah, the show dipped. They actually made a new season back in 2020 or 2021, and it was
I
good.
I haven't watched that. Watched the original all the way through. I did not see the new one, but the original one kind of took a massive dip after. Was it Lithgow? What's John Lithgow?
That was a great scene. Remember that?
That was the season. After that, the show kind of took a dip, though.
That guy was John Lithgow. I've always loved him. Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger's probably where I first saw him, if I can think. But then,
someone at my work,
Third Rock from the Sun, and fucking he's
someone at my work this week. We were talking about him. My coworker went to the movies on the weekend and said it was some movie about how they picked the new pope. And,
I heard about that one.
And he said it was good, and Lithgow was in that. So
Ralph Fiennes is in it too. And Ben Shapiro. What's the name of the dude?
Was a movie that coming out soon called The Return or something that's got some actor that I can't think of his name. I might have been some old guy that's just right jacked for this role. It's he's playing not remember the Brad Troy, I guess, when Brad Pitt played fucking.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Ralph Fiennes. He's playing in the Odyssey. Yeah,
and he looks just amazing. Oh my god, dude.
Really?
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Why are they making him another Odyssey? It's fuck, I know the story.
Yeah, it's I don't need to do it.
It was based off of a fucking disaster by Nick and Lee.
Oh. Of course it was.
I just looking what?
But people forget Lithgow was a serious actor before
he was in the mid '90s.
He was Shakespearean kind of shit and doing he was a serious stage actor.
Yeah,
and seeing that and then seeing Third Rock Sun.
But I mean, most people know Third Rock and they know Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, I remember being the villain. I remember John Lithgow being the villain in a couple of movies, and he was pretty fucking good.
Cliffhanger.
Great villain.
Cliffhanger, but there was another one.
Raising Cain.
The Santa Claus.
I will take back what I said before, when I said
Santa Claus.
What?
John Lithgow.
What I say was the earliest I saw him would have been totally fucking.
He's in
Harry and the Hendersons.
I remember I liked that movie when I was a kid. He was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He was in too. He played the dad.
Plays the Alzheimer's suffering father. Yeah.
Oh, he played that role really well. I felt so bad for him when he gets into the guy's fucking Mustang and tries to, and then Caesar comes, bites his finger off.
Yeah, it was a little triggering. It was a very good portrayal of some of the stuff.
Well, again, it brought me back to the first time my grandpa ever asked me to like double check who I was. I was like, oh, like that
Yeah.
fucking that stabbed me a little bit, kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
And
that was
by
my
the end,
that
it
was my grandmother too. Like my grandmother,
Yeah.
basically she went from not knowing who most people were to not knowing who her grandkids were. It was very weird because the last like 2 years of my grandmother's life, I'd have to basically reintroduce myself. She's like, "Oh, you're my grandson. So nice to meet you for the first time." Like, I mean, yeah, you wiped my ass as a kid, but like, nice to meet you too. And then eventually, she didn't know her dad. So she didn't know my dad and his brother, her sons. To the day she died. To the day she died, when she was bedridden, did not know who anyone was. There was a one random family friend, not even that close to the family. His nickname, I don't actually even know his real name, but his nickname was Ziggy. I'm not sure why, but that was his nickname. Anyway. Almost to the day she died, she recognized him and knew who he was.
That's random.
Yeah, it was like it was one of those random weird things. Like he's just one of those people. Like I've only met a few times in my life. She wasn't super familiar with him. He was like a friend of my uncle's. That every once in a while he would come over, and somehow she always remembered him to the day he died. It's one of those weird fucking things.
Oh, right.
It's very. There's no way to predict like what it will short out of your head and not short out of your head.
John Lithgow was in the villain in Blowout with John Travolta. Okay.
Yep. Great movie.
And I think I was thinking of, is it L.A. Story or Ricochet? I know it was like some made-for-TV movie. Or not like made-for-TV. It was like one that was on TV a lot in the 90s. Other than Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger was good, though.
I just remember I had found a picture of like when I was a kid, and it was me on my grandpa's couch, and he's playing the guitar, and I wanted to bring that with me, to be like next time he asked me who I was, kind of thing. And then he fell in the nursing home, hit his head, and had an aneurysm.
Dude,
falls are not good.
I mean. Yeah, but
at the same time, though, he was now free of all that bullshit, and like that. Like, when he was in the nursing home, like my grandpa was a gifted fiddle player. Like when I was in high school, like I always wanted to learn the fiddle because he made me want to learn it. And at one point, he like let me borrow his fiddle, and I couldn't figure it out and stuff. Well, I think I had some friends over there looking at it, and it had like this label on the inside. Said Stradivarius or something, and we're like I've heard you guys might be familiar with that name. It's like genuine Stradivarius violin / fiddle. It's going to be worth a lot of money. Brought to the local music place in town. He's like, no, it's just a knockoff. But I think there's the name of the piece of wood that they put in a fiddle / violin to like hold the strings up to make it so it's got that bow to it, so you can play every string. There we go. The guy was like, whoever's playing this is some kind of magician, because it was almost flat. My grandpa was able to just... That's how he played. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. But near the end, when he was in the nursing home, they'd have like their, communal get-together, fucking whatever kind of thing.
Usually they're like curved, so it might have been like the way he played his bow. And,
well, again, his was like this is like the usual curve. His was like that, like barely curved. It was fucking crazy. But he said like that's like what someone who's really professional would use. And I was like, okay, that's just... My grandpa was, I'm pretty sure, totally self-taught.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, he'd in the nursing home. Now and then, he'd bust that out and entertain people, and that made me happy.
Hey, I use a pro-level camera. It doesn't mean I know how to use it right.
Yeah.
I mean, we all suspect it.
Yeah, I'm just a hack.
Yeah, Nick doesn't frame anything correctly, and he makes his beer blurry, and then you don't know what the beer is. Oh no, wait, that's not Nick.
Well, that's probably oh, that's Dan. No, that's Dan. Dan.
Who's this Dan you're talking about, Nick? I don't know. I don't know.
Blurry. They're just really weirdly composed. Hey, Paul.
You're weirdly composed.
Hey.
I hope Dan comes on here and defends himself and tells Nick what a hack
he's going to hear us say the one bad thing about it, and he's going to.
I want the day where Dan snaps on Nick. Like Fuck you, you triggered little bitch, and your passive aggressive bullshit. I'm tired of it. You'd be lucky to make supper for someone who fucks you every day, you fucking virgin. Fuck off.
My fiance's been dead for 11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've deconverted to a virgin at this point.
Yeah, fuck you, Nick.
You having a fiance
not
does
how
not,
it works.
does not necessarily mean you're not a virgin. Like,
Paul, you can re-become a virgin, right? Let us all know.
Yeah, Nick, maybe you were waiting till marriage.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
I feel bad.
True. I'm just saying.
No, I believe Nick's a filthy boy. I believe he fucks. I'm like Nick probably got more than Dan's like once a year fucking that he gets from his wife.
Oh my god.
Now, Dan, if you think I'm an asshole, come on here and tell me what an asshole I am. And tell us how often you do get laid.
Yeah.
Is it more than once a year, twice a year?
Well, he's obviously been laid at least like what 3 times.
I don't.
That's how many kids he has.
The question is, it's not if Dan. It definitely does not. The question isn't if Dan gets laid once a year. I think the question is because of his enormous belay is how much he sees himself getting laid.
Okay,
he might not even see any of
it. In mind. Every
The
single
question you
time.
should ask yourself is
wife,
not that your wife lays on you, but what you can lay on your wife.
Every time Dan and his wife.
Oh, I like that.
have
I like
sex,
that. I like that.
There is a danger that the piece of furniture is going to shatter, and potentially they might go through the. I'm just saying.
Okay, everything that Dan owns,
What?
I can tell you right now, is secondhand because where he lives. It's gonna be like secondhand. It's gonna be IKEA at best. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But we heard about what happened to IKEA. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the IKEA one apparently does not hold up when you fuck too much on a couch.
Some
I
assembly
remember a
required.
long time ago. I actually I was having sex with my one girlfriend, and I was banging her on her. She wanted to go on top of the sink, so we got on top of the sink, and I was like, we were banging her on the top of the sink, and
banging on the counter.
the sink gave way, and she fucking fell down. Water went everywhere, and I just stopped. No, I just stopped. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, what are you sorry about? Why did you stop? Get down here and keep going. I'm like, oh, you're a renter. I get it. You don't give a fuck. Like, renters don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. The landlord will take care of this. Why did you stop fucking? Like, a homeowner would be like, shit, my sink broke.
Anytime I've ever rented, I've given a shit because my landlords have always sucked and take fucking forever to fix shit. So
here's my question.
Oh yeah, but you live in America. That's where the thing is. Everything is on the landlord. So there you go.
Here's my question, Paul.
The landlords are going to take forever to fix shit, and they suck.
Yeah. Here's my question. Was this Casey Kasem's daughter?
Not here. What? No.
It wasn't top 40.
It was somebody before that. I was actually much younger in those days. Okay. Actually, the last guy, and here's the thing: here's a nice thing. The last guy got so drunk at her house that he went to go to the bathroom, and he fell down the stairs and went to the wall on the other side, and the landlord came right away and fixed it. So this landlord is on.
That's a good landlord. Again, those are few and far
between. On point. Like. That fucking landlord was on point, son. Yeah, exactly. And she's like, why did you stop fucking me? Get down here and finish. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. Like, I was like, oh, this is great.
Yes, we can.
I was like,
her last boyfriend was.
It was fantastic.
Her last boyfriend was the Kool-Aid man, so you know.
Oh yeah.
The Kool-Aid Dan.
I did that in her womb.
The Kool-Aid Dan.
She burst through the wall and she left my vagina stained red.
Wow. Yeah, that's why my dick has an odd color now.
Yeah.
Does it have like a smiley face like on the side of the jug?
Well, that and the STD.
Well, I could say that it's more like necrosis, but at the same time, it's still not color.
Wow.
I mean, that's still a turn on for Paul, so that's all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Necrosis.
I like that.
That vagina ain't moldy. I don't want it.
My girlfriend calls that the nibbly bits. That's what I like. I like the nibbly bits.
But isn't she your fiance?
What's that? The parts falling off from sepsis?
That's your girlfriend now.
She's like my fiance, but at the same time, she's almost like my ex-wife. She's like in that hovering zone. She's not really there. She's not really there. Where is she? I don't know.
She's not there. She's somewhat past it.
Somewhere there. Somewhere there. Somewhere there. Okay. In about 8 months, we'll definitely have a definite answer.
All right.
What, did you get her pregnant or something?
No, I killed her.
Wow. I mean, you can still find a way to get her pregnant.
Yep. We're live, by the way.
Trying. I'm really trying.
If this is, I don't want this video to be used as evidence in a court of law.
Officer, could a woman give birth while she's dead? Officer. No. We're getting married in October, so everything seems to be like there's some bumps in the roads. We're learning each other, the whole deal, the normal relationship shit, but we're growing.
She can't consent if she's dead.
Actually, by the way, she's some shit.
Wow.
Well, exactly. I like it when she doesn't talk. But by the way, my birthday is next week, and also our 2-year anniversary on the YouTubes. Our PA Outdoors couple is next week.
Wow.
Nice.
There we go. You can celebrate with new stickers.
We're doing Christmas parties next week. You want to come and celebrate?
Before that, I'm gonna celebrate with new stickers up her ass, and then I will get new stickers.
Okay.
See, now that she's dead and decomposed a little, it's easier to get up her asshole and put stickers in there.
Jesus, we should really take this off the air.
If she's that much dead, I'm going for the skull. This eye
You're tired of the same old holes, so you're gonna go. All right, I think it's high time we take this shit offline.
I'm a man of. I have to adventure this, okay? You guys went dirty. I didn't.
Denture this? Dentures?
He did kill those women.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're taking this thing off. We'll see you next week for Christmas beers.
Pickle murders.